Happy Thanksgiving and welcome. This is the Real Senior Stoner. Thanks for joining me. As always, when you enjoyed today's video, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button, send a like, and I'll reply to all the comments. Well, here we are, Thanksgiving 2023. I'm 66. I never thought I'd make it. Well, the topic of today is very important. And about this time each year, I kind of go into how difficult it is to be around the holidays. If you've got pain, if you've got stress, if you're a worrier like me, if you've got social anxiety like I do, it's not so simple to go visit family for the holidays. Let's discuss. Well, unfortunately, many of us fall victim during the holidays to unhappiness, sadness, and sorrow and stress. That's right. We start out thinking we're going to hit that home run like Babe Ruth, and we're barely able to get on first base. Barely like Lou Gehrig, a Texas leaguer. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. People often have anxiety, stress, and physical pain, which makes it uncomfortable, to say the least, for them to put on the happy face and be with everybody they know on a holiday. It's not like it used to be when you were young and you kind of went along with your family and just sat there. As we age, responsibilities take hold. Life changes. You want to show a certain face. You want to show the flag of your family of the happiness. But what if you're not happy? What if you live in chronic pain like I do? What if you're stressed out? What if you don't like the people you're going to visit? Well, there's a couple of things that we need to discuss. First of all, if you don't like the people you're going to visit, don't go. Why put yourself through a difficult situation for people you don't like? You know, it's funny. Family members are just that. They're not friends. So you don't necessarily have to like everyone in your family or even want to be around them. So the first thing you got to do is have the strength to say, no, I don't want to be there if it's uncomfortable. Other thing you can do is deal with it. Now, that is not an easy thing to say and do. Very easy to say, very hard to do. Because you're going to have anticipation. You're going to have anxiety about the event, about the dinner, about the lunch, about getting together way before it. And that's when you need to tackle the anxiety. You cannot wait until you arrive at this place, this home, wherever you're going to be anxious. You must experience the anxiety when it's happening, when you hear about the event, so you can flush out whether or not you're going to go. If you establish you're not going to go, take your chin up, pat yourself on the back that you made a decision for you and for your family that you care about, so that you wouldn't put yourself through a stressful or painful situation. If you made the other choice, which is let's go, knowing that it's going to have anxiety, knowing that you have social anxiety, knowing it's going to be difficult to be around these people, any people, what you need to do is tackle it head on. What I simply mean by that is you can't live in denial. We can no longer say, oh, it's going to be fine. You're not going to be fine. You're not going to be fine. That's right. I wouldn't be fine. So we have to take measures to prepare ourselves to endure whatever stress, whatever social anxiety or physical pain we deal with. You got to pick up your back braces. You got to take your TENS unit. You got to get an ice pack, a heat pack, your medicine, and pack it in a bag, a go bag, and put it in the car. And that's going with you wherever you go. I don't care if you go around the corner or if you go to another part of the country. Secondly, you have to think through what it looks like to have that social anxiety. You've had it before. We've talked about it for years now, around this time of the year. You know what to expect. You know how bad it can get. So you want to talk to yourself to try to temper your response if you've decided to go. You know you're going to have anxiety. You know you're going to have pain. You know you're going to have social anxiety. It's your choice. So how do we deal with these things when they happen? For the physical pain, we prepared a bag with all the necessary things. For the emotional and the psychological aspects, you really can't prepare a physical bag. You can prepare a mental bag. That's right. You carry with you the strengths and the wisdom to deal with whoever you're going to have to deal with. Aunt Sally is there that you don't get along with. You're going to have a way in your emotional bag to deal with that. You're going to have a tool in your toolbox to deal with Aunt Sally. Uncle Henry shows up, and he pisses you off like nobody else, okay? And insults you. You got to have a way to deal with Uncle Henry. For me, it would be go outside and smoke a joint. If you're in an environment where you can't smoke or use our 420 products, take a glass of wine or whatever you got nearby and try to chill out. Try not to go directly towards the source of the stress. Try to stay on the periphery, if that makes any sense. Don't sit next to Aunt Sally or Uncle Harry. As we proceed through the event, whether it's a lunch, a dinner, or whatever it's going to be, remember, it's not about the food. It's about the company. If it's not food you like or you know you're not going to be able to eat that food, eat before you go. My family and I used to go visit a family member in Virginia. They're vegetarians. We're not. We would stop at Waffle House, I kid you not, before we arrived at their house for the tofu turkey. Think about it, everybody. You've got to make it so that the sharp edges of the things that bother you are on curves. Smooth them out. Smooth them out. It's like any other interpersonal situation. Smooth those sharp edges till they're soft and they don't bother you anymore. You're going to find, if you've packed your bag for your physical pain, you've packed your bag for your emotional distress, that you're going to be able to deal with this year's holiday emotions, this year's stress, this year's physical pain, this year's social anxiety a lot better than previous years. As we get into the meat of the deal, whether you're there for 3 hours or for 5 hours or for 30 minutes, pace yourself, understanding that you've got to withstand the entire time you're there till you leave, till you're tucked home safe in your own house. What do? You take it and pace it. That's right. You don't have to ratchet and talk nonstop through the entire meal. You can be quiet, speaking when you want to. You don't have to respond to everybody's questions or comments. If Aunt Sally and Uncle Henry or Harry annoy you, ignore them respectfully. It's always important to also remember where you fit. What do I mean by that? I'm 66. I'm a senior. If you're 16 or 26 or 36, you're going to fit in socially a little different in the hierarchy of the family event. You may or may not have responsibilities with food. You may or may not have responsibilities to assist with other things, paper goods, etc. Try to do as much as you can. The key here, as we come around to the circle of the conversation, is to not be hard on yourself. The key here, as we're in Thanksgiving, is to give thanks for yourself being alive and able to attend the event, or able to raise your hand and say, I'm sorry, I cannot attend the event. It's about you being good to you on Thanksgiving. That's what this message is all about. I can't be there with you at your individual Thanksgiving meals with your families or your friends. What I can do is coach you from previous experiences of mine, from previous discussions that we've had. You can do it. You can make it through Thanksgiving all the way to the new year with your family events happening, with the social anxiety and physical pain, because you're going to pace yourself. You can't climb the mountain in one leap. You're not faster than a speeding bullet, and you cannot bend steel with your bare hand. We're all regular. We put our pants on one leg at a time. The lesson about Thanksgiving this year is that we don't have to feel uncomfortable. Is that we now have tools and ways and understanding of the situation. We can walk in with our heads held high and be ourselves. That's the message for this Thanksgiving. As we take our dab of the day with our Utillian 8, which I really love. please, everybody, take your time out there driving or wherever you're going, however you're getting there. Try not to stress out during the travel, during getting wherever you're going, because it's going to be more difficult when you get there if you stressed out all along the way. And as I said, the important message for today is you can do it. You can have a wonderful holiday event with friends and family, minimizing your stress, minimizing your physical pain, and even dealing with your social anxiety. That's right. Pat yourself on that back. Thumbs up, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's show the family how strong we are. Cheers, everybody. Take care of you on this very important Thanksgiving 2023. Cheers, everyone, and have a wonderful holiday. Let's sip and dab together. Happy Thanksgiving. To you and yours, I appreciate every one of you. Thank you all for helping me build the Senior Stoner family to where it is today. Cheers, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Happy Thanksgiving.